Right, so we're on our way to K&N.
And this cheap induction kit. It's not for this.
Yeah.
Another Focus ST.
It's conscious.
We are actually fitting a set of BC Racing coilovers to it.
On the jet skis. Yeah, we live. Tell these haters come and get.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Darren Evans and
My name's Ben.
and we're here with the F-150. Now, I'm not convinced that Ben or I can reach this, but we're going to have a go at one of the most popular first modifications to this truck. Now, this kit to us from the UK suppliers was over 300 quid. Now in the US they do these for like $300. There's a lot of twin kits available, twin filter kits, but it just wasn't worth importing it. This I found on eBay, believe it or not, for 169 quid plus $9.99 postage, which made it massively cheaper than we could buy it for, Ben, which doesn't shock me, does it you?
Not from where we get them from.
No, exactly. So for 169 quid, it's not exactly a very expensive modification, and it is one of the top 5 modifications according to any of the YouTube channels that I've watched. Gives you a great sound, and also, well, it just looks cool in the engine bay. Right, so Ben seems to be reading the instructions, not sure what for exactly, because he never reads instructions. We're going to start off by removing these two plastic trims from the front. So basically the centre section levers up and it then obviously reveals the housing, and these are quite thin things, so they'll just lever up with a trim tool like that, and then the centre should pull out if you need to, and then you can lever out the base, and basically this section here is quite rubbery anyway, so that'll just release that lot. You're going to interject?
I am, yeah. I've read the instructions.
Yeah.
That bottom half looks like the bottom stays in.
Does it?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay.
It looks like it.
So we only need to remove...
I reckon that air scoop and everything can stay, and that just sits on top of the bottom half there, look. Oh. Are you nervous?
No, I just shake naturally, you know that, Benjamin. Right, I've turned it now.
Yeah, just pull out.
It wiggles out. So that's the sensor for there, so that... Yeah. Tiny, isn't it?
Yeah. That pipe works.
Yeah, gotta go that side, but...
Maybe that doesn't stay in. I'll put it upside down. Like that. That's sitting on. Like that.
I think so. Although you may be right.
Ah yes, this is all wrong. Yeah. That's louder than that. It still fit. And this cheap induction kit. It's not for this. No.
Oh well.
Oh dear.
That's it, video's over.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Subscribe and all that lot. Are you still recording, Bennett?
Yeah.
Please tell me you are. So yeah.
Oh yeah. What year's this truck?
2015.
Oh yeah.
What did it say?
11 to 14.
Doesn't fit. Need to check what it was listed as. 2011 to 2017.
There's the proof. There's the proof.
So yeah, here it is. 2011 to 2017. But on the actual paperwork,
11 to 14.
yeah. Right, so we're on our way to K&N now. Well, I knew they were quite close to us. I always thought they were in Wigan, but it appears that most recently, by recently I mean in the last 10 years, that they've moved closer to us. So oddly enough, they're only up the road, just the other side of Frodsham and Ellsby. So I actually approached K&N myself. I gave them a call, sent them an email after speaking to a young lady called Kirsten, and I was put in touch with a guy called David Hill. Now, spoke to him about doing a collaboration. He spoke to the powers that be, and lo and behold, here we are now, a day later, actually on our way to collect the kit. Now, would you believe it? They had this kit in stock on the shelf. So they invited us up. Unfortunately, because of COVID, a lot of them were working from home. There's only 2 or 3 warehouse staff, and Kirsten, who's in charge of customer care, reception in the building. So we're going to go inside. We're going to get there, do some a little bit of filming inside their meeting room. They've assured me that they've got some bits on display in there, and we're allowed to film inside there. Hopefully we're going to make a return visit in the future, and we'll get a tour around the warehouse. But if you haven't already, then please check out K&N Air Filters. We'll leave a link in the description, and probably, hopefully, at some point in this video it'll appear on the screen, because Cal will have made a little pop-up for it. So we're going to carry on, just head up the road. We should be there in the next 10 to 15 minutes. It's not very far from us at all, and we'll show you around the place a bit, and show you this actual proper kit to fit this 2015-2016 model. Right guys, so we've landed at K&N. We had a little bit of a struggle finding it. They're not as easy to find as we would have thought. But anyway, I think that was mainly down to our sat nav. But anyway, we've just arrived now. So we've been allowed into the meeting room here at K&N. Nice place to be fair. It displays all the bits and bobs that they do. It's not only air filters, remember, oil filters and other bits of maintenance equipment. They do complete units such as this open cone group A. They also do enclosed units, so bits that you might imagine that you'd see on a Golf R and so on and so forth. So if you haven't already, just check out the website if you're considering upgrading your induction kit, because to be fair, K&N have been really accommodating, especially David and Kirsten. They've been really helpful with this. I only made this call yesterday to find out whether they could help us out and get us a kit into the UK really quickly, and lo and behold, they actually had a kit in stock. So we've turned what could have been a really, a really long wait and a bit of a pain into something that was brilliant, really, and that's all down to K&N. They didn't have any involvement in this order from the start, so all we can do is really thank them, and hopefully this will be the start of a good relationship for us. So we'll probably end up putting some bits and bobs onto our website from K&N. I'm going to actually have a discussion. Hopefully we're going to come back in the future, as I said, and we're going to have a look around the building. Now, they do cater for all your standard kind of UK and European stuff, as well as all the American muscle and obviously American trucks. So make sure that if you have got something unusual, then you do give K&N a shout, and if you don't see it or you can't find it on the website, then give Kirsten a ring in the office, and she will actually go through it and make sure that you can find the right suitable components or parts or filter to suit your specific needs. But again, all I can say is a huge thank you to K&N Filters for their hospitality, and hopefully we'll see them again very soon. We're going to get this back to the workshop, and I'm going to fit the correct kit to our F-150, and hopefully this is going to sound amazing. So stay tuned, guys. Right guys, so we're back here with the K&N induction kit for this F-150, and we're going to get it fitted. As you can see, I'm sporting the K&N hat that they kindly gave to us. Unfortunately, the gloves are size, tiny, so they won't fit me, so I'm going to give them to Ben, along with the slightly small t-shirt. But we're going to get this on the truck. Hopefully, after all this hassle getting the wrong part, we'll have this fitted and show you a before and after. So I think probably we'll pop the bonnet and just give you a little bit of a rev and show that there's no real induction noise from it, and then we'll get this fitted and and see what happens after that. So the original air box that's in here and the panel filter that's installed is, as you can hear, pretty restrictive. There's pretty much no noise from it apart from the exhaust. So we're going to go ahead, loosen off this air box here again, take the lid out of the seating at the back, undo the 3 jubilees that are here, undo the inlet intake air temperature sensor from the back here, and hopefully get the whole kit installed in a timely, reasonable manner, and finally get some noise from this truck. It's the first of many things that we're going to fit, but huge thanks to K&N. And if you've seen in some of the cutaways, you'll see that, you know, just from a stock K&N replacement element filter, just how much airflow increases when you change from a paper element. So always bear that in mind. You don't always have to upgrade the entire system. On many cars, they actually recommend that you know, kind of stick with the stock airbox setup because it's good enough. So if you are considering replacing an air filter, then do consider this, because they come with a 1,000,000-mile warranty. So pretty much that's lifetime for anyone. And it does just save you having to replace that air filter every major service, meaning that you can just clean it and re-oil it. So I'm going to get on with undoing these 3 jubilees, taking this sensor out, and hopefully getting this fitted finally. Right, so let's have a look at what's in the box. You know what I like about this hat the most is that when I bend down now, you lot can't see my ball patch, but basically you get fitting instruction kit along with a K&N sticker and the rest of the stuff that you normally get in that K&N kit. It actually comes with now a little metal badge on it or something. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. In the original packaging of the first kit that we had lots of paper wrapping like this as well. So I'm going to pull that out and just make sure that there's nothing else that remains. So we've got the rubber like in the first kit. We've got the right shaped, hopefully, section there. A different lid where this will actually come out that side, hopefully. Then this which mounts into there like that as well. 2 connectors, 3 connectors. That's for the top of here somewhere as well. This, obviously, this rubber seal here seals against the bonnet. All the Jubilee clamps and a bit of super glue to hold that rubber onto the top as well. And then obviously the most important bit, which is the K&N cotton type filter. Now, those of you will have seen these before, but I'm going to show you anyway. This is ginormous, and the little funnel adapter actually goes in the end of there like that and just secures it all together. So yeah, Ben's sneaking up in the background with his K&N gloves on. I've just given to him, so he's going to do something funny. But yeah, so we'll get these bits undone, get them off and get them off the vehicle out of the way, and then we'll get on with installing this. Right, so what we've got here again is the instructions, the before and after Dynajet printout from whatever vehicle that they've tested this on with the same engine, and then a guarantee basically. So they're saying that this is going to increase, wow, 23 horsepower. So just from this intake alone, 23 horsepower is what they've seen increase wise. That was probably in America, obviously, and 35 foot-pounds of torque. And that was on 2015 F-150 3-litre EcoBoost, so it's exactly the same engine. It was a 3rd gear run on an engine that, or on the vehicle that done 10,700 miles. That's pretty cool to see. It gives you all the relative humidity on the run and everything. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, not seen that before, or not taken the time to look at it. You get, obviously, in this again the instructions for removing everything. It does actually say disconnect the the battery first, the negative terminal, and then disconnect the sensor first, and then work backwards from the way that I've done it. But do you know, we've done this plenty of times now. I'm probably not going to take that negative terminal off, because I haven't actually got anything electrical connection wise other than that intake air temperature to disconnect, so I'm going to leave it as that. But we're just going to make sure that we don't drop anything down anywhere. That's the main thing really. So I'm going to get on with this. It does say that you need a flat bladed screwdriver, but obviously instead of that I'm going to use the 7mm to undo it again, and it does say that it needs a 4mm Allen key. I'm not sure what that's for, but we'll find out in a bit. I think it's to secure the funnel inside the new top. So I'm going to get on with this, start removing some bits like we did before, and hopefully this one will fit. Right, so I'm going to just remove and lever off this lid again and just set it to one side. So I'm going to set it on the floor because one, it's mine, and two, it's probably never going to go back on. Take the panel filter out. Obviously, we blew that off the other day and just cleaned it up, but that wants to go in the bin, but I'm going to put it down there for now. I'm going to do exactly the same, which is to remove this from the top here and disconnect it from the bottom hose, if I can, again, just so that I can get to that intake air temperature sensor with a flat-headed screwdriver. Just gently, and then twist it. Just look at the top of it and you'll see which direction, and then it just pulls out, and that's it basically. That's as simple as it is. So in comparison now, let's just check we've got the right thing. So hopefully that's a similar sort of length. So this one is going to fit. So we're replacing similar kind of size, just that's got a concertina on it, which is obviously a bit prone to failure. Right, so what I've done is gone ahead and installed the silicone. There's humped hoses on either end, allow a bit of movement, etc. I've installed the rubber grommet inside this tube and installed the intake air temperature sensor, and then there's just a straight hose on here. I'm going to fit this all back together, put the other end of the jubilees on, slide it back together, and then we can set about. I've put the trumpet inside this, and I've replaced the bolts that they gave us just with some easier ones that I'd found, so I've just put them in there for now. And then we'll get this all fitted back up together and hopefully see how it sounds. It does actually use a stock funnel and a stock bottom of the airbox, which is pretty cool, because a lot of people, you know, like to have the kind of intake funnel here. It does help with a bit of, you know, cold air coming in. So yeah, great design really. So far, really impressed. Let's get this together and get it on and see how it sounds. Right, so I've got it all mocked up now. The three hoses are in place. Two humped hoses, one at the furthest end away from the box and one at the box, and then a straight hose onto the lower. I've left one of the hose clamps loose, and I'm going to take the airbox and the funnel or adapter back off, if I can get it off here the way that I've done it. Probably not, now that I've said that, but yeah, I can. And then there's a piece of rubber, strip of rubber that goes either side, just to stop it rattling, I think, because obviously it seals against the hood itself, and obviously fit the filter back in here. Then the kind of final steps are to reconnect the intake air temperature sensor, which is now in there with the grommet, fit the seal to the top of it as well, and see how she sounds. So there's only a few minutes left. This is a pretty simple job. Yeah, the jubilees that they supply with it are actually an 8mm rather than 7mm that were on the truck. So they've just changed the jubilee screw size, which was a bit frustrating, but we got there in the end. So right, so that's that. Put the seal around the top of the box. We put the seal underneath it. I didn't put the glue on that, as I said, but it does make it a shed load tighter, as we'd like to say in the UK, on the bottom. When you clip these two front clips back in, that definitely stops it rattling around, because before it was. Obviously put the cone filter in, we put, as I say, the seal on the top that seals to the bonnet. I'm going to finesse that a bit later on anyway, but I just want to be able to get the sound of this. I've made sure that the 𝙤𝙦 or the hose clamps are all facing in the right direction and look nice and tidy. I reconnected the intake air temperature sensor at the back here, and hopefully that's it now. Obviously we didn't disconnect the battery because I didn't feel the need to, but in the instructions it does recommend you to, and also, like I say, in the instructions it does actually recommend that you glue that seal at the bottom. But we're going to start this up for the first time. I'm going to take these gloves off. All that you need for this is actually a 7mm, a 7mm and an 8mm hose clamp socket or screwdriver set, whatever you want to call it, and basically a couple of other little bits like a knife and stuff like that just to cut things up, but really it is minimal tools, and you need an Allen key to put in the fixings at the rear. But as I say, I've replaced them with some black ones because I wanted it black on the back of it as well. But I'm going to start this up now. Right, so that's it, that's installed the 57i kit from K&N. Huge thanks to them, the guys over in Runcorn, for supplying this. They did supply it free of charge to us on a sponsorship deal basis, so this video is fully supported by K&N. I'd seen these installed on the F-150 before, very many different variations, so I knew there wasn't going to be a huge kind of induction noise as we would do, or we would get on some of the kind of focuses and stuff like that. But I think it's a really nice noise that it makes, pretty subtle. I'm excited to see what it, or find out what it sounds like under load on the road, because I think that's always the best way to judge things. But there is a shed load of pipe work to retain the air in it and everything, so yeah, I'm happy with the result. I like the way it looks and everything. I think it kind of changes up that engine bay as well. Excited for some of the other bits that we've got to install, because this is just the first bit of the jigsaw. We are going to go for more power. We are going to tune this. It isn't going to stay standard for very long. We have got some other bits to go on it. But as I say, huge thanks to K&N. Thank you for sorting this out for us when we thought that we were kind of not going to be able to do this for another week or two. Ginormous thanks to them. And if you are interested, as I say, in any panel filters, any air filters, any induction kits, any closed air induction kits, Group A's, or anything like that, alongside any fuel filters, oil filters, or anything to do with a motorbike specifically, then please find some links in the description to their social media and their online presence, i.e. their web store, etc. But for now, it's a huge thanks from me. I hope you enjoy this sort of content. If you haven't already, then please consider subscribing. It doesn't take 5 minutes and it doesn't cost anything. Hit that bell icon, stay notified. Comment down below if there's something we've missed. Comment down below what you think we're going to do next to this, and show some appreciation to K&N. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. My name is Darren Evans and this is BD Performance.